Hello, and welcome to the Manscaped 10K. I've caught up with Johnny now and am broadcasting to you from Manfield. I am your host, Brian. Manscaped and Johnny Boy have formed a team to bring you this charity event, a 2v2 tournament which features the biggest names in Rocket League. This event aims to support TCS, and we are accepting donations throughout. The total given has now reached $5,088.44. A big thank you to everyone who has donated. At the end of the tournament, Manscaped will match our donation to TCS, up to the first $10,000. So let's make them donate that full amount. Manscaped also are offering you a 20% discount on their products, with the offer code, BOY. Now, we have a match many people have been anticipating. Jonsandman and Lethamyr return from a victory over Athena and Sis. Challenging them today will be Kronovi and SunlessKhan, who are yet to lose a series. Johnny has settled into his cozy space at Manfield, and will be casting the series. Let's get to it.
Alright, it's time for Game 1. Kronovi and Sunless take on Lethamyr and Jonsandman, who are on a bit of a tear at the moment. Couple of sweeping wins in a row. Kronovi and Sunless are on a pretty good streak themselves, and look at that team play. Sunless with the pass in field towards Kronovi to get things started off. Great stuff. Leth was trying to bump Kronovi out of the way there so he couldn't get the finish on that. Kronovi saw it coming, got the jump into the air just in time. And they will open the scoring. Now this should be one of the harder games to predict. Kronovi and Lethamyr, both RLCS level players on teams that are in the middle of the pack right now in this season. That's a good shot by Leth. Actually, Sunless and Kro both beaten by it. Looks like Sunless may have gotten a little bit out of position in the net here, near post. Was not ready for that ball to go straight through. Kronovi and Leth ties it up 1-all. But the contribution that Kronovi and Leth will make to this match is of course only half the battle. It's up to John and Sunless to try and make a bigger impact. Help out their pro player as best as they can. And of course that's not going to be by making insane mechanical plays. It's going to be mostly with positioning, ball pressure, and the occasional bump or boost steal. It's trying to disrupt Lethamyr as much as possible if you're Sunless, and if you're Jonsandman you want to disrupt Kronovi as much as possible. There have been quite a lot of goals from the content creators in this tournament so far, so I wonder if we're going to see more of those in this one. Probably one of the tougher series to get goals in. Both these teams look pretty solid defensively. Kronovi and Leth meet each other in the midfield, but it's Kronovi who comes out on top as Lethamyr rotates away from the play. Sunless with the solo play onto Lethamyr. Just looks for the 50-50, and that's a great trade, setting up Kronovi for the aerial. Jonsandman with a save off his own crossbar though, and he even sets up Lethamyr for the counter-attack. And that's huge in defense by Jonsandman. What a save, says Leth, and he's not wrong. That was perfect from John. Not only getting the save, but also setting up Leth for the counter-attack. Kronovi with another shot attempt, and it's actually Sunless following up this time and missing by a mile. Lethamyr's going to walk it in, and that's just a little bit too excited from Sunless. He saw the stars after Kronovi faked this one to him, thought this is his moment to put it top shelf, but not today. The goal's a little bit too small. 3-1. Lethamyr and Jonsandman continue their rampage, and it's actually going to be 4-1. Kronovi and Sunless not synergizing well in the kickoff. Kronovi goes for the dead ball center. Sunless looking for a boost in the corner. Jonsandman and Leth, on the other hand, with perfect synergy. The ball has stayed exactly where Lethamyr was about to be. It's good stuff in the middle by John. Lethamyr can really let loose this game. Must be feeling confident after securing such a strong early lead. And after seeing how well John has been playing, he's been really involving himself in the games so far this tournament, making life difficult for the opponents, and Lethamyr is making life even harder. This is just so impressive by John and Leth. The amount that Leth is able to do, because John is just giving him the space to do it and letting him carry him to victory. It's just outstanding. Almost never getting in the way. And that's going to go underneath John, and actually saved by Leth in the goal line. Low shot by Kro. And Leth was there, backing up his teammate. Sunless in the back corner, trying to get a boost, but Kronovi, him, are definitely struggling for pace at the moment. Long shot by Sunless. He had options there. Kronovi is down the line waiting for the pass. Sunless maybe didn't see him, or maybe that's what he was trying to go for, but couldn't get the ball out in that direction. Kronovi's out of the game again. Lethamyr taking the ball down the line. Not for the first time. Jonsandman's missed the boost in the midfield. That's going to set up a chance for Kronovi and Sunless, but Leth's back, keeping himself involved in almost every defensive play that himself and John need to be making. What 50-50 that is by Leth. As the ball meets him on the ground, Sunless advances forward but gets shut down by Jonsandman. 5-1. Definitely a more one-sided score than I was expecting for this game. Kronovi's not been able to find a way into it just yet, playing against John, and Leth has proven to be awkward for him. It's of course only game 1 of a best of 5. There's time for them to figure out what's going wrong, where they can improve, and that's a fantastic shot by Sunless. Leth can't keep that one out. 5-2. Sunless booms in a shot straight down the middle. That is fantastic power. If he did that any softer, Lethamyr would have had a save, but he's got just enough power on it to give themselves an outside chance of coming back here. 2v2 can be very volatile on the face-off, so you never know. Maybe they can sneak in another couple goals. A crossbar denies Sunless a brace. Kronovi and himself would have really been happy to see that one go in. It's another chance for Sunless. Jonsandman looking awkward. Sunless just slots it in the bottom corner. Great placement this time by Sunless. Well, last time he had the power. This time he notices that the bottom left corner is undefended. Leth had the bottom right corner covered. Jonsandman had the top shelf under control. And that was the one place they couldn't handle. Lethamyr shooting early on the face-off. Sunless with a fantastic save. And look at that recovery by Sunless as well. Looking clean as we get to the closing end of this game. Final minute approaches. 2 goals in it. Kronovi and Sunless looking to make a comeback. Lethamyr a little bit out of position. Kronovi going to beat John to this one, but he's ran out of boost, so he can't recover fast enough to catch up to that one. Lethamyr meets the ball in the back corner. Brings it down. Bumped off of it by Sunless though, who's staying with this one. And he's tried to read that bounce off the back wall, but Jonsandman's beating him to it, taking the boost from the midfield as well. Now here comes Kronovi. Can he get anything going? He's only got 16 boost. That's going to be difficult to make a play happen here. He wanted to bump Lethamyr out the air, but couldn't reach him. Still, 2 goals in it. And now only 20 seconds and change left in the match. Kronovi half flips into position. It's all been down the right-hand side for the closing minute of this game. For Kronovi and Sunless, maybe a bit too predictable. Lethamyr and John see them coming once again, and it's really Jonsandman who's shut them down for the last minute here. Made sure that the game is going to go in their favour, and they confirm the win as soon as this ball hits the ground, taking the opening game in the series.
Testicular cancer is one of the most treatable cancers, especially if caught early. If caught before it has spread, the survival rate is almost 100%.
Sunless was actually able to get on top of the scoreboard in that game 1. Kronovi not able to do as much as he wanted in the first match. Sunless did have a good impression. Let's see if he can keep that one up, and if Kronovi can elevate. I'm sure if they do, this will be a difficult series for Leth and John to win. In the meantime, it's just been all Lethamyr. He is such a force to be reckoned with. Kronovi keeps him out at the near post this time. Jonsandman once again just trying to facilitate Lethamyr as much as possible. Never getting too overly aggressive in offense, but he's pre-jumped and missed Sunless's shot. That's the opening goal for Sunless. It was far from open. Jonsandman sitting right in the middle of the net. Good placement by Sunless yet again. The ball did fall favourably for him. But this was not the best defensive play that we've seen from Sunless so far this series. And oh my goodness, Jonsandman with the own goal. I meant to say it wasn't the best defensive display we've seen from John. Well, he's managed to top it here by own goaling right as Lethamyr was coming in for a save. It was going to be a pretty easy clear for Leth, but John's confirmed the second goal for Kronovi and Sunless. And now they're the ones who have to fight back from behind. Not quite as one-sided a lead as they were able to accumulate in the first game. Still, going to be something. So let's see if Kronovi and Sunless can tighten things up at the back and stop Leth from rampaging and scoring 5 goals in one game against them. Already a minute gone in game 2. Whiff on the back wall by Lethamyr. Now that's not something you expect to see too often, as they concede the third goal. Jonsandman is just trusting Lethamyr for this one, and you know, you can forgive him for that. Lethamyr's been playing so well all tournament long. You really don't expect him to miss that back wall clear. 3-0. Jonsandman tries to get an air dribble to start the comeback, but he has gone a bit wide right of the target. Lethamyr off the ball, looking for a play on Sunless, who avoids him. And John brings it down. Bottom right corner was the target. Sunless got in the way. Kronovi's got it past 1. A little bit of boost to play with as well. Looking to fly in front onto Jonsandman, who gets a great save actually. What a stop by John. Not only saving this one, but clearing it while doing so, and also avoiding Kronovi's sneaky bump attempt that he was trying to weave in there. If John had waited any longer, would have left himself vulnerable. Left looking dangerous with a flick yet again. It's actually Sunless centering it towards John that almost gets himself and Kro in trouble. For now they're hanging on, looking very good. Kronovi 1v1's John. It's wide open, and Kronovi will put in the 4th goal, and this is so much better of a display by Kronovi and Sunless. This time it's Lethamyr actually, who's so far out of the play. He's miles gone from that one, and that's not what you expect to see from Leth. They've been playing so defensive and just playing counter-attacking style over and over again, but after conceding a couple of goals early in this particular match, it looks like Lethamyr's tried to up the aggression. That just ended up in them conceding even more goals. Delayed touch in the air dribble by Leth, saved by Kronovi. Sandman shoots to the bottom corner, but that's a good read by Kro, just leaving it. He knows that ball's bouncing wide of the target. Just let Sunless take the ball under control with the dribble. Sunless tempted double touch center, can't get contact on it. On the right side of the ball. But what change up we're seeing from the first match. And also worth remembering that the end of match 1 in this series did have Kronovi and Sunless playing a little bit better, looking a little bit more organized, and looking a bit more like a team. And since then they've put in 4 more goals. I think it's actually 6 consecutive goals for Kronovi and Sunless, if you take the end of last game and the start of this one into account. Jonsandman on the wrong end of a cherry picker. Kronovi looking for the infield pass to Sunless, but Sunless just going to sit back on this one. He couldn't catch up with it. No point diving in and taking himself out of the game, especially not when they have such a lead as this. Just wants to hold on. Oh, that was the best chance the Leth's had all game. Sunless going to take it to the side, maybe try and shoot himself, but it's actually just going to be Kronovi moving in. No, Sunless will follow up on it. Flicks it over the top of Lethamyr. Now Jonsandman's in trouble. Kronovi puts in a 5th goal, and Sunless pops off. There's a little bit of hesitation, but after he got started, the flick was perfectly timed. Jonsandman mind games himself a little bit, flips away from the ball. This game's been every bit as one-sided, if not more so, than game 1. Huge props to Kronovi and Sunless for turning this one around, figuring out what was wrong. Are they going to be able to keep that up now? 1 minute left in this one. Only undefeated team so far is Kronovi and Sunless. If they can keep this up, they'll remain undefeated. 45 seconds left. Lethamyr multiple touches and dishes it in underneath the bar. Jonsandman runs interference underneath. Good control by Leth. Just putting it in as early as possible, and that's going to be so hard to save because Lethamyr is actually dunking it in with additional hits. It's not like just a shot and then leave the ball. He's following after that one, making sure. It looks like with the kickoff going pretty even, Kronovi and Sunless are going to be just fine. In fact, Kronovi's going to put in another goal. What a recovery off the wall by Kro. Lethamyr not expecting this one. Kronovi, almost a full rotation of his dodge had already happened before he made contact with that ball. Setting up the Brazil. Will Sunless and Kronovi be able to secure this? Really didn't expect this game to go like this after seeing game one. It's just Kronovi and Sunless looking so impressive, and Kronovi will put in a 7th goal. And there is the Brazil. Lethamyr not getting enough distance in that clear. The ceiling just kicked the ball way off into Kronovi's striking path. And what a shot that is by Kro. Maybe even gonna look to put in another goal before this one's over. Wave dash by Kro after single jump 50-50. He is trying to work that one in off the back wall, but Lethamyr's in the way of him. Jonsandman pops it midfield. Sunless now looking for the 1v2 play. Gets it past both Jon and Lethamyr. Fortunately for him, Kro is already out of play. That allows Lethamyr and Jon to sweep it up, but they're still going to be dropping this one to Kro and Sunless, who have really turned this series around.
Joel Best donated. He says, great cause and such an entertaining way to raise awareness. Thanks to everyone involved. I agree, thanks everyone.
So pop off by Kro in game 2 levels the series. Sunless taking more of the same sort of role that Jon was doing in game 1, just trying to stay back and give Kronovi space to work with. In and out save attempted by Kronovi, but he doesn't make contact. Lethamyr flicks it to the side. Is a proper counter to an in and out save. When you see your opponent coming at you, get some lateral movement on that ball. Going vertically just plays right into their path. 1-0 to Lethamyr and Jon. There's a bit of a dive in by Sunless to give Lethamyr space to work with on that dribble. He wants to be playing a bit more passively than that, I think. He was doing that well in the second game, but look at this. Sunless just dunks Jonsandman's pass straight into the net. I don't know how much of this was Sunless and how much of it was actually just Jonsandman blasting it into his own net. Looks like Sunless got the first touch and Jon not reading it as just own goal. So hopefully not going to be too tilting. There was, of course, the own goal last game, which you don't like to see. I tell a lie, I know you all love to see that. Over 4 minutes left in this game. Jon tries to pinch clear, only goes as far as Kronovi. He doesn't have much boost to work with, just stays on the ground for this play. It's past Jonsandman regardless, but Jon with the quick recovery, he's looking for the double demo. Lethamyr's shot being too fast though means that Sunless can ignore Jon and just go straight for the ball. Now Sunless, or Lethamyr rather, might look for a demo on Kronovi. He does, and he gets it on the sidewall. Switches places with Jonsandman. Jon once again only gets the ball as far as Kro. Luckily for him, he's got Lethamyr on the back wall behind him, looking solid and in the way of anything threatening that gets fired in that general direction. Sunless trying to pop it into the middle. Kronovi is there, but pretty close. There's no run-up available for Kro on that play. Lethamyr tries to cut it past Kro, who reads his angle of attack perfectly. And now Sunless has just dunked in another goal. Jonsandman needs to sort out his 50-50s because Sunless is just all over him. He keeps on changing the direction of the ball at the last second and forcing Jon into another own goal. Twice this game, Sunless has scored by bouncing the ball in off Jonsandman's car. Jon thus needs to get a bit more goal side in his challenges. Alternatively, he can look to... Oh! Well, there might be some interference there by left. Crossbar saves Kronovi's shot. I was going to suggest that Jon could up the speed a little bit, but that's a difficult one to figure out. He doesn't want to try and play too fast and start taking himself out of the game. Shot by Kronovi, who is definitely playing well at the moment. He's woken up after a slow start in game 1. Flip reset by Jon, decides not to use it. end-to-end stuff here, and that's not a good save by Kronovi. Jonsandman's got some clearing to do, or good save by Leth, I should say. Jonsandman did come to the rescue. Got just enough time killed so that the ball would be cleared to safety. More end-to-end gameplay. Nobody interested in taking too many touches here, just launching the ball one end of the field and then to the other. As John tries to slow down the game. Looks like it's worked out pretty well. Kronovi with a whiff. Sunless brings John's dribble to a halt, and that's allowed Kronovi to get back. Kronovi's out of boost, and John and Leth might be able to capitalize here. Sunless trying to help out Kronovi as much as possible. Still have that 1-goal lead, so they don't need to do anything silly. They just need to stay back and defend. But Jonsandman booms in a shot just underneath the crossbar. Lethamyr passes it into the middle, and Sunless misses the boost in the corner. I don't know if it would have helped. Had he gone further, then John's shot would have probably been out of reach. That was just too fast, too good from John. And what a way to tie things up under pressure as well. They know that Kronovi and Sunless have turned up the heat. They've started to play a bit better, but they respond in kind. Kronovi starts an air dribble off the wall, and oh, he almost gets it in. That would have been an unbelievable finish. But Sunless turns around, puts it back into the middle for Kro. Jonsandman is left alone at the back to do some more defending. So Lethamyr recovers. John has been reliable besides the 50-50s this game. John was running onto Kro there, but Lethamyr didn't get a shot on target to support that. Sunless and Kronovi trying really hard to hold on to the ball here. Passing play by Sunless towards Kro. Just trying to shoot this one above the near post. Sunless thinks about moving in. He's got to be so careful moving in on that kind of ball, especially if he's going to hesitate. Lethamyr and John have got that long shot potential. 55 seconds left. All tied up in this last game. Not enough power in the shot from John, but he turns around, demos Kronovi out of the way. And Sunless does enough to dispossess Lethamyr. He's kind of forced to hit the ball towards Kronovi just to avoid being tackled. Sunless trying to keep up the ball pressure here. He's not going back for 100 boost. Now he will. Approach the final 30 seconds. It's anyone's game. Everybody's got plenty boost in this play. John gets bumped into the net by Sunless. Lethamyr's there for the save. 22 seconds remaining. Sunless getting slow played here by Leth, but he's also going to slow things down. Fakes a challenge. Jonsandman to the middle. Sunless keeps it back out. Final 10 seconds now. Can somebody close this one in regulation? It's into the middle for Jonsandman. It's wide open. Can Lethamyr reach it? No. Kronovi with a half-flip recovery will take us into overtime, and that was so close. Game 3 is going to be decided in OT. Kronovi decides not to fly off the wall and challenge Lethamyr. I think that was a good idea. Lethamyr got a boomer of a hit on it, and he was quick to the ball. Sunless jumping early just to make sure that Lethamyr and John don't jump. This is still an awkward position for Sunless and for Kronovi. They've had some tough saves to make at the end of this regulation time. Overtime doesn't look to be any different. Lethamyr trying to shoot from distance, and that's just too good. Quick play in defense by Leth. Takes control of the ball. And all he needs is one touch. Give him just a moment, and he'll ping it on target. Sunless got off the goal line, got out of position, and Lethamyr and Jonsandman retake the lead. 2-1 now in the series.
Don't just manscape with regular hair clippers, you could have a painful accident. For real. Manscaped's products are designed for the job. Even still, take care down there.
Last chance for Kro and Sunless to remain undefeated. Leth and John want to bring an end to that streak. They only need one more win. Kronovi and Sunless look so good in that second game. If they can elevate their game up to that level again, it's not going to be easy for John and Lethamyr. Lethamyr starting off this game sitting pretty deep, but he's only knocked it clear as far as Kronovi, who's completely missed the open net. And you're not going to get a better chance than that if you're Kronovi in this match. Sunless eliminates Lethamyr on his recovery. Kronovi's going to be looking for a way to make up for that accuracy failure that he had earlier on, but this is not how you do it. He's tried to force himself into the play, staying close to low boost. But Jonsandman has won the 50-50 mid-air and sets up Lethamyr for the open net. It's 1-0, and that could be the tilt starting to creep in. Kronovi's got to get that open net miss out of his mind. He's got to start thinking about what's coming next, or else him and Sunless are going to be out of this series, and Lethamyr and Jonsandman are going to continue their rampage. Clear by Kronovi. He's got it over the top of John. 38 boost to work with. Lethamyr to beat. Actually leans forward into this flick a little bit. I think a side flip might have done the trick. Jonsandman still looking solid in defense. He's 1v1 with Kronovi here, but he matches Kronovi's speed. Gets in the correct position. Goal side on the ball. And there's Lethamyr bumping Sunless out of the play and scoring a second goal. Kronovi and Sunless have got to step up now. They do not have the time to waste against a team that like to sit back when they've got a lead, like Leth and John do. Here comes Kronovi. Lethamyr shuts him down again. Sunless moving in, but a little bit too close for this bounce. Just over a minute and 30 seconds into game 4 rather. Kronovi and Sunless are yet to score. Jonsandman just trying to run an interference here. Doesn't want to take himself out of the game. He almost got a bump onto Kronovi in the net. Is Sunless going to commit for this one? He decides to single jump and dodge into the shot. Did get to the ball first, so it seems like a pretty good idea to do that. Jonsandman to the back wall. Kronovi's having to really reach out for this one, but Lethamyr respects him and backs off. Going to try again from a different angle. There's no desperation from John and Lethamyr, and why should there be? They are ahead and they're looking good while doing it. Such a stark contrast from that second game where Kronovi and Sunless were able to blow them out of the water. So far no own goals by John, certainly helping their cause. Kronovi tries to lob it down the line towards Sunless, who has moved to the left side of the field. It's the second half of the game. Still, no goals in sight for Kronovi and SunlessKhan. Lethamyr threatens a third, and he gets it. Just way too good. So accurate and powerful from close range and long range alike. Is Lethamyr utilizing that subtle air roll just to smash that ball into the net. And now Kronovi and Sunless are in a world of trouble. 2 minutes and 11 left. How do they come back from this one? Sunless dives in, gets taken out of the game. Jonsandman almost with a 1v2 play. Lethamyr's there to back him up now. He'll be looking for bumps onto Crow, who long clears towards Jonsandman. Set a solid game in net. Every time Lethamyr's left Jonsandman at the back, Sandman's been able to answer, but that's going to be a goal for Kronovi and Sunless. Lethamyr trying to be a bit too fancy here. He does not dodge in the correct direction after coming off the back of the goal for the in and out save. Jonsandman looks like he had full faith in Lethamyr to hit this one. He just left it for his teammate. And this time Lethamyr has beamed it. Of course, anybody can beat it on any given day of the week. Shot by Kronovi is going to be saved by Leth. Now the counter-attack is coming in quick. Lethamyr leans back into the rebound. It goes into the crossbar though. And Jonsandman has committed pretty heavily to bumping in the net. That looks like John's going to rotate straight back to the goal though, so smart play by John. Didn't want to leave that one up to chance just in case Kronovi smacked that long shot on target, which he did. 1 minute and 20 seconds left. Sunless has been quiet in this fourth game. He's got to step up in the final minute, or else Kronovi and himself are not looking good. Already trailing 2-1. Lethamyr and John have looked overall so far like the more solid team. Look like they've deserved this. 53 seconds left though. Kronovi makes it a 1-goal game. It's not over just yet. Sunless with the center ball. Gets it over the top of Lethamyr. Jonsandman was making his way to that save, but he started in a bad position. Now, just one more goal for Sunless and Crow would do it. Double 50-50 by Lethamyr. The face-off sets up John for the 4th goal though. And it is right back to 2. Sunless walks straight into the second 50-50. And Jonsandman secures the open net. 47 seconds for Kronovi and Sunless to make this comeback happen. But can it be done? Have they given themselves too much to do in the final seconds here? A lot of possession being conceded without too much difficulty at the moment. We've got 30 seconds left. And Lethamyr's on the ball. This is bad news for Kronovi and Sunless. Sunless' challenge actually puts Kronovi in a really awkward spot, but he does well. Is he even going to get a chance to dribble though? Because Jonsandman's here to run interference. Kronovi has to jump over him, tries to dunk it in. It's gone wide right. And Sunless was in the middle waiting. Can't get it past John. It looks like that might be game. Kronovi and Sunless have battled and they've tried their best. But today, Jonsandman and Lethamyr confirm yet another victory. Definitely one of the teams on a stronger streak right now. And thus ends the undefeated record of Kronovi and SunlessKhan.
Thanks to everyone who donated and shared this event. Nate Moon says, nice. Peter Harrison says, nice. And Volt Tesla says, moo. John and Leth now have 3 series wins in a row, only dropping 1 game in them. Quite the turnaround from a close loss in their first series. Crow and Sunless see their own win streak come to an end, but have 2 more series in league play to focus on. Thank you to everyone who has been donating, and getting us ever closer to our goal. Please remember to visit TCS, learn about them and all the things they do. Thanks again to Manscaped for being a part of this event, and thanks to the team at calculated.gg for their work on the stats. Join us tomorrow to see Jesse and Mertzi play Flump and Musty. Please consider donating. I already missed the giant trophy at Champions Field. That was a cool backdrop. Be kind to each other. Thanks for watching today. I am your host and friend, Brian.
Last chance for Crow and Sunless to remain undefeated. Leth and John want to bring an end to that streak. They only need 1 more win. Kronovi and Sunless look so good in that second game. If they can elevate their game up to that level again, it's not going to be easy for John and Lethamyr. Lethamyr starting off this game sitting pretty deep, but he's only knocked it clear as far as Kronovi, who's completely missed the open net. And you're not going to get a better chance than that if you're Kronovi in this match. Sunless eliminates Lethamyr on his recovery. Kronovi's going to be looking for a way to make up for that accuracy failure that he had earlier on, but this is not how you do it. He's tried to force himself into the play, staying close to low boost. But Jonsandman has won the 50-50 midair and sets up Lethamyr for the open net. It's 1-0. And that could be the tilt starting to creep in. Kronovi's got to get that open net miss out of his mind. He's got to start thinking about what's coming next. Well, Sim and Sunless are going to be out of this series, and Lethamyr and Jonsandman are going to continue their rampage. Clear by Kronovi. He's got it over the top of John. 38 boost to work with. Lethamyr to beat. Actually leans forward into this flick a little bit. I think a side flip might have done the trick. Jonsandman still looking solid in defense. He's 1v1 with Kronovi here, but he matches Kronovi's speed, gets in the correct position, goal side on the ball, and there's Lethamyr bumping Sunless out of the play and scoring a second goal. Kronovi and Sunless have got to step up now. They do not have the time to waste against a team that like to sit back when they've got a lead, like Leth and John do. Comes Kronovi. Lethamyr shuts him down again. Sunless moving in, but a little bit too close for this bounce. Just over 1 minute and 30 seconds into game 4 rather. Kronovi and Sunless are yet to score. Jonsandman was trying to run an interference here. Doesn't want to take himself out of the game. He almost got a bump onto Kronovi in the net. Is Sunless going to commit for this one? He decides to single jump and dodge into the shot. Did get to the ball first, so it seems like a pretty good idea to do that. Jonsandman to the back wall. Kronovi's having to really reach out for this one, but Lethamyr respects him and backs off. Gonna try again from a different angle. There's no desperation from Jon and Lethamyr, and why should there be? They are ahead and they're looking good while doing it. Such a stark contrast from that second game where Kronovi and Sunless were able to blow them out of the water. So far, no own goals by Jon. Certainly helping their cause. Kronovi tries to lob it down the line towards Sunless, who has moved to the left side of the field. It's the second half of the game. Still, no goals in sight for Kronovi and SunlessKhan. Lethamyr threatens a third, and he gets it. Just way too good. So accurate and powerful from close range and long range alike. Is Lethamyr utilizing that subtle air roll just to smash that ball into the net. And now Kronovi and Sunless are in a world of trouble. 2 minutes and 11 left. How do they come back from this one? Sunless dives in, gets taken out of the game. Jonsandman almost with a 1v2 play. Lethamyr is there to back him up now. He'll be looking for bumps onto Crow, who long clears towards Jonsandman. Set a solid game in net. Every time Lethamyr's left Jonsandman at the back, Sandman's been able to answer, but that's going to be a goal for Kronovi and Sunless. Lethamyr trying to be a bit too fancy here. He does not dodge in the correct direction after coming off the back of the goal for the in and out save. Jonsandman looks like he had full faith in Lethamyr to hit this one. He just left it for his teammate. And this time Lethamyr has beamed it. Of course, anybody can beat it on any given day of the week. Shot by Kronovi is going to be saved by Leth. Now the counter-attack is coming in quick. Lethamyr leans back into the rebound. It goes into the crossbar though. And Jonsandman has committed pretty heavily to bumping in the net. That looks like Jon's going to rotate straight back to the goal though, so smart play by Jon. Didn't want to leave that one up to chance just in case Kronovi smacked that long shot on target, which he did. 1 minute and 20 seconds left. Sunless has been quiet in this fourth game. He's got to step up in the final minute, or else Kronovi and himself are not looking good. Already trailing 2 games to 1. Lethamyr and Jon have looked overall so far like the more solid team. Look like they've deserved this. 53 seconds left though. Kronovi makes it a 1-goal game. It's not over just yet. Sunless with the center ball. Gets it over the top of Lethamyr. Jonsandman was making his way to that save, but he started in a bad position. Now, just one more goal for Sunless and Crow would do it. Double 50-50 by Lethamyr. The face-off sets up Jon for the 4th goal though. And it is right back to 2. Sunless walked straight into the second 50-50. And Jonsandman secures the open net. 47 seconds for Kronovi and Sunless to make this comeback happen. But can it be done? Have they given themselves too much to do in the final seconds here? A lot of possession being conceded without too much difficulty at the moment. We've got 30 seconds left. And Lethamyr's on the ball. This is bad news for Kronovi and Sunless. Sunless' challenge actually puts Kronovi in a really awkward spot, but he does well. Is he even getting a chance to dribble though? Because Jonsandman's here to run interference. Kronovi has to jump over it, tries to dunk it in. It's gone wide right. And Sunless was in the middle waiting. Can't get it past Jon. It looks like that might be game. Kronovi and Sunless have battled and they've tried their best. But today, Jonsandman and Lethamyr confirm yet another victory. Definitely one of the teams on a stronger streak right now. And thus ends the undefeated record of Kronovi and SunlessKhan.
Thanks to everyone who donated and shared this event. Nate Moon says, nice. Peter Harrison says, nice. And Volt Tesla says, moo. Jon and Leth now have 3 series wins in a row, only dropping 1 game in them. Quite the turnaround from a close loss in their first series. Crow and Sunless see their own win streak come to an end, but have 2 more series in league play to focus on. Thank you to everyone who has been donating, and getting us ever closer to our goal. Please remember to visit TCS, learn about them and all the things they do. Thanks again to Manscaped for being a part of this event, and thanks to the team at calculated.gg for their work on the stats. Join us tomorrow to see Jesse and Mertzi play Flump and Musty. Please consider donating. I already miss the giant trophy at Champions Field, that was a cool backdrop. Be kind to each other. Thanks for watching today. I am your host and friend, Brian.